Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've been here before, you'll know I'm all about finding clever ways to get the most out of IKEA furniture, and it seems you lot are enjoying it too. So here's the story behind today's video. Someone dropped a comment on one of my viral PAX wardrobe builds asking if I'd ever thought about adding extra storage underneath the PAX. I hadn't, but the idea stuck with me. And when I got the chance to put new wardrobes in our spare bedroom, I figured why not see if I can upgrade my usual base and squeeze in some extra drawers. This video is the first in a two-part series where I'm building a whole new bespoke set of IKEA PAX wardrobes from scratch. In part one, I'll show you exactly how to build your own sturdy pine base and add extra storage underneath your PAX. Perfect for anyone who needs just a little bit more storage space. Before we get started, if you're looking for a bit of extra help, I've just launched a free ebook today all about planning IKEA hacks and saving money, so be sure to grab your free copy. I upload new IKEA videos every week, and if you're into clever storage solutions or want to see more PAX hacks, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Alright, enough chat, let's get started. Definitely the first one I've done where I'm acting on a question that someone's given me and it wouldn't leave my mind. So let's get started. The weather is terrible. I'm going to do some cutting in here. I've put some dust sheets down. I'm going to do a bit more covering up and I'm going to cut the wood here because it's thundering it down. I've got my new tools in my lovely new toolbox, so I'm going to get started. So the wood that I'm going to be using, I picked it up from B&Q. You can get it from most timber merchants. This is a size 2.4 by 89mm by 38mm. Obviously you can adapt this to the size that you want, but this is what I'm going to use to build the base at the back. Okay, so I've cut out the base. I haven't attached it yet. This is the frame that I've made for the bottom. It's very simple. I've got a whole video on my channel about different sorts of bases. This would be fine if you just wanted to run a little bit of skirting board. But if you do, bear in mind, this is a quite average height skirting board, so one wouldn't be enough. So on my other wardrobes, I have put two frames on top of each other just to make it that little bit higher. But if you've got shorter skirting boards or different, one's enough. So this is the basic frame for the base, but because I'm going to be putting internal drawers in the bottom, I'm going to put this all together, get this done. Now you notice I've done it 8.9mm up. The top one's actually going to be slightly different because I haven't got the height. I've only got a 234 ceiling height in this room, so I'm very tight with my measurements. But this is the base. I'm going to put it together. I'm going to use super long screws. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually screw it in through the skirting board. This is 1950 skirting board. I'm not going to try and take it off because it will literally take the wall with it. So I'm going to screw all the way through and get it super sturdy. Screw it all together, obviously, with just big screws. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it level because that's so important. So I've got some little bungs and stuff just to make it. Floors in this house are very uneven because it's an old house. So I'm going to get this dead level. That is the key. Because if you don't and you put your PAX wardrobes on, the doors will be wonky. You've got to get this level. So I'm going to get this base level and everything will grow up from it. So that's my top tip, get this level. I learned the hard way with other wardrobes I've done. So I'm going to attach it. I'm just going to use some really long gold screws. And once I've done that and secured it all, got it nice and level with my spirit level, things to make it level, you can just use little offcuts of little bits of wood, or you can buy bungs that you can put as you need to. Obviously on the carpet it'll be a little bit unlevel, but I'll do my very best and make sure it's absolutely level before I move on to the next bit. So I'm going to do that right now. Ever looked at IKEA furniture and thought I can make that better? Well, now you can. The IKEA Hackers DIY Handbook is your ultimate guide to transforming ordinary furniture into extraordinary pieces like me. From planning to execution, I'm sharing all my best hacks and design secrets to help you create the home of your dreams. Get ready to hack your home in 2025. Just click the link below to grab your copy. Okay, here is the finished base. You'll see that I have turned the top piece of wood on its side. That is because I didn't want the gap between the drawers and the base of the doors to be too much, because on the IKEA PAX you have that piece at the bottom, so I felt it'd be too big. So I've turned that on the side. I have attached everything, screwed everything. What I've done, so I can tell you all the individual measurements, so the width going across here, the height going up here, is I've done an ebook that you can download. It's in my description box and it'll take you straight over. You can download it for free, print it or put it on an iPad, whatever, and it'll show you all the dimensions, so the width, the depth, the size of wood I've used, the complete way of making sure that your gaps are perfect to put in the drawers. And I've based this complete base on using the IKEA Complement 100 centimetre drawers. You can then obviously adapt this if you're using the 50 or the 75 or whatever you want to do. I do actually think the 50 would look quite good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to secure it to the wall. I'm taking up the carpet and I'll secure all the way along the back, screw it in. Depending on the floor you've got, you could screw down if you wanted to. You really need to just use fixings that are perfect for the surroundings you've got, so whatever wall, however your wall's made, brick or plaster or whatever. And then I'll put the IKEA units on the top. I'm not going to put some wood on the top. I have done that before, but I don't think there's any point. You literally pop the IKEA units on the top and then using the fixing you get with IKEA is fix it to the wall nice and securely. But what you need to make sure, and I'm going to do now, is I'm going to get my spirit level out and make sure this is dead straight. If you don't do that now, your PAX wardrobes won't be straight, and then when you hang your doors you'll have an absolute nightmare. So make sure it's super straight. Down the middle and on the end you'll notice I've just put some extra pieces of timber. That's just to give it some more strength against the 6 uprights that I've used, but it's super solid. I've distributed the weight as well, and I've put a couple of bits across the bottom, so I'm pretty happy that's going to be super secure and that's going to be solidly in the wall and on the ground. So now I'm going to put the drawers in and let's see what it looks like. Right, so I'm just about to start doing all the edging and all the bits. I'm going to do that on the second video. So this is the finished base. Now you can see I've put the drawers in. The way I worked out where to put them now, I put them, as you can see, basically sticking out about 18 mils because I want it to sort of run flush with the doors. So if you imagine the doors are 18 mil, they'll stick out. So that's how much proud I've done it from this base. But you can adjust it depending on what you want to do. And all you use to attach it on the inside is, if I take this out, so here you can see, excuse the mess, I'm going to get the hoover out in a minute, get Hetty out. So this is how far I put it back. I basically went over to my wardrobes in my bedroom and looked how far back they were and then just attached it. So what I did originally was look on the IKEA website and you get all the dimensions of the drawers and it shows you the width of the drawers when these are attached. So that is the width that I made the opening basically. So where these bits of pine are here and here matches exactly, I'll pop it on the screen, where they would be if you were attaching basically onto this. So that's all I did. So I'm really happy with that. So I'm going to get on with stage 2. I'll do that as a separate part of the video because it's a bit more tricky and I didn't want to ramble on. I'm going to get on with the second part, which is all the framing. So I've got the wood, I've got all the stripping, so I'm going to be decorating the doors. I'm going to do a different design, keep it more sleeker than my other ones, but I have got a full catalogue on my channel, so do check this out if you want any more help. Do leave me a comment if I've not made it clear enough how I've built this bit, but I was asked, so I have created what I was asked. I was asked so many times to make some storage in the bottom, and if you're like me, you can only fit the small size, not the extra large huge ones, because you've got low ceilings. This is a great alternative if you feel doing it. So there you go. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in part 2, which will be up really shortly.